right, all right. I think we're live. I think we're live. All right, welcome everyone. Another episode of my weekly Bitcoin chart analysis. I'm a little late. I know today's Wednesday. Usually I'll do a Monday or Tuesday, depending how busy I am. But at least, at least I've done it. What is today actually? Is today Wednesday or Thursday? It's actually Thursday. I'm a late. So the week is almost over, but I will do a chart analysis here real quick. This is the thumbnail, up and down, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to go up and it's going to go down, up and down. Question is it trending up or is it trending down? So I'll try to answer that for you. So stick around, everyone. Also, I have a QR code. It's a BEC32 Bitcoin Addy. My address here. The actual address is also in the description. But if you have a wallet and you want to scan it, feel free to do so and send some Bitcoin my way. More than happy to take it right now. So up and down. Is it trending up? Well, my thumbnail shows a green symbol trending upwards, but I'll try to explain a little bit better. I think at this point in time, the price will trend up. Price will trend up. I don't have a doubt about it. So the question is, when will it do it? So that's probably what everybody's wondering. I'll try to answer that. Hold on here. Looking for something. So I'll try to answer that and take a look at the charts. So let's take a look at the charts, shall we? There it is. There's the chart. I'm giving you a weekly view, and it's about, it looks like, from December 2021 to today. So you get a full range of where it was, where it is now. And if you look, I'll try to draw my lines here so you know where I'm coming from. That's all-time high. That's the bear market right there. I'm going to draw my fib lines again. See if we can make any sense of this. And you could kind of see something going on. That's about all I will draw at this point in time. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. So if you look at these 1, 2, this is the third candlestick. 1, 2, 3. This is the current candlestick right here. This candlestick right here, this one in particular. I'm looking at the trend of the Fibonacci line, and I'm noticing that it is following that line. It's technically still trending up, but I do think that you'll see the price straddle this fib line right here, this fib line, until it can break through. And I'll try to draw some lines here, see if it'll break through here, just to give you an idea of reference. All-time low. So you got one, 2, 3, and 4 lines here. And we're right about here on this in this particular line right here. I think it will trend down and follow this fib line. I think it's going to trend down and follow this fib line. I'm pretty sure of it actually. I think it will. So it's going to follow this trend line right here until it finds an opportunity to break through, and I think it's going to re-challenge these areas, this line right here and this line. Let me see here, 29,000, 29,000, which is right at the current price, and then also at 32,000. Those are the price areas I think it's going to range until you can get closer to a November time frame. I think by November, as early as August to November, August, September, October, November. There's a 3-month period there where I think it can have a chance to really go ballistic. Really chance. We'll have to see. I'm not sure what's going to happen exactly, but it looks like to me that it is still consolidating. It's still consolidating right here. I think it will follow this trend going down, just because I think the spread between the two averages is getting very wide, especially for the wave that we're in. It usually just tries to come back and to its medium, somewhere in medium right here in the middle, or even down to the 30 period average, and this is being the 10 period average. So I think there's a quite large spread between the current price and the 30 period average, which is about 24,000 versus almost 34,000, or I'm sorry, 30,000 versus 24. Spread gets a little large. It has to close a little bit before it can go up again. So as far as the candlesticks, candlesticks will go up, candlesticks will go down, but I do think for now it's going to follow this trend line here, slowly going down until it reaches closer to the 30 period average. It'll bounce around in between there, and it'll when it breaks this fib line, this Fibonacci trend line right here, it'll probably break through this, which is at almost at 29,000, and then it's going to test this price level up here in the 32,000 dollars, and that's going to become a resistance. This is going to be the final. I think this will probably be the final Fibonacci line, and I do give it till November. We're not that far. It's only, let me see, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 7 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 months. I think there's already pressure. I think there's pressure building. Again, street level, people are buying. It's being used. I recently looked at the mempool. The mempool is extremely high at some points, up in the 40 megs of mempool activity. That's probably going to increase because what you're seeing is a shortage in, or high demand and a reduction in supply on top of the halvening. So there's anticipated reduction, which causes more reduction in supply because people are buying them up. So increase in demand. You got two factors going on: increase in demand, shortage in supply. That's on the street level. People now have to actually go to the exchanges, actually trade money on the exchanges and drive the price up to support what's going on in the peer-to-peer market. That's just my opinion, but I think that's the trend you're going to see. And then once the exchanges get low on the amount of Bitcoin, all right, so exchanges will get low, the price will start just going ballistic. And so all of a sudden, your 30,000 Bitcoin is going to be worth 100,000. I mean, that's quite possible, maybe even more. And it'll last, it may last for a while this time before it, I think, slowly curves and you're back into a bear market. How long after the halving? I'm not too sure. It usually lasts anywhere from 6 months to a year, as long, and sometimes I've seen as long as 2 years after the halving, and then a flood of, usually what happens is demand drops because the price cannot go up any further. It's reached a market where the buyer is not willing to buy. There are a lot of people who are holding, and so when that last person cannot buy anymore, and you start seeing the selling happen, that's when you're going to see the flip. And of course, everything will be adjusted accordingly to current mining, the what do you call it, the rate at which Bitcoins are created. Everything will be adjusted and balanced. And once that happens, and when there are no more greater fools, you run out of greater fools than the useful idiots out there. So once you run out of those people, that's when you'll start seeing the market start to go down again. And we go through this whole nother cycle. And if you know how to play the game, you know when to buy back in. Long-term hodling is always the best option. Short-term, you most likely will lose out in the long run if you play the short-term game. But right now, it looks like it's still going to trend down. You're going to see that 10-period average right here. It's going to start slumping a little bit. I think it's going to start evening out and slumping. That's just my opinion. There has to be some kind of consolidation before it goes back up again. So expect up and down, up and down, up and down. It's going to be ranging, consolidating. But you need that in order to push it further to a higher price and go ballistic. And the problem is you won't know that it's going to do that until after it happens. So once it happens, it's too late. It's too late for you to buy. So you should be buying now. You should be buying now. You should be buying on the dip, because the next bull market is most likely within the next 7 months going to be coming. So that should give people plenty of time to start stacking their coins. Start stacking your coins. And the quickest and easiest way to do it is to buy it from another person. Avoid the exchanges. Avoid having your coins on the exchanges. Expect hacking. expect a lot of scamming to go on. Those are tall tale signs that the bull market is on its way and it's here. What is it? Gosh, what do you call those crypto lockers where you get locked out of your computer system network? Ransomware. That's usually another tall tale sign that we're entering into a bull market. So just watch out for things like that. And of course, watch for crypto YouTubers to start coming out of the woodworks. That's another tall tale sign that we're entering into a bull market. If you're actually taking advice from a crypto YouTuber, you're probably in the middle of the bull market that's about to peak. If you are going all in and you think that the price will go up to infinity, essentially you're at the top, and you better hold on, because it's going to be a roller coaster rides of emotions, drama, um, tears. Uh, but just know, if you hold long enough, if you huddle, if you hold, eventually you will come out on top. You'll come out way more on top. Paying for whatever you paid for would be worth it. Even if it was 100,000, if you hold on to it long enough, you'll come out on top. How do I know? How can I say that? Well, let me just delete all this, and let me just pull back. That's all. That's about all I can pull back. If you look around here, even at this price of 1,400 for one Bitcoin, even at a price of 1,400 per one Bitcoin, if you look at this, if you look at this chart, if you just look at this chart, the trend, and now it doesn't mean it's always going to be this way, but the trend has so far has been going up. I think we're at a point where it's going to look like this. I'll just go back again. I keep doing this. But see how far. Okay, if 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 I looked at this, it looks like it's the end of the world, right? Looks like it's the end of the world. Well, let's pull that up a little bit. Okay. Now, when you look at this, what do you think? Man, you're on top of the world. But if I drag this out, it's all perspective. It's the end of the world, right? It's the end of the world. You're fooled for getting in. But if you just held on, even if you paid 20,000 right now, if you just held on, if you bought at the top, if you bought at the top at 20,000, and this was the all-time high of the next bull run, you're a winner. But if you're in this position now, or I'll just kind of do this. If you're in this position now, you're a loser for some reason. But if you look at history and you see the repeating patterns, which isn't hard to see, could you imagine what it's going to be? Could you imagine what it's going to be? It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. Will the price go up? Yes, I do think the price will go up. Question is, can you handle the emotional roller coaster ride, especially if you're a novice or you haven't experienced the crypto markets before? Can you handle it? Do you have a strong hand? Can you hold, understanding the long term, you're gonna come out on top? That's a question that you should ask yourself. Anyways, I'm gonna conclude this episode here, conclude this live stream. Let's see here. Up and down. Just get ready for the ups and down. But overall, in the next year, next 2 years, expect a bull market to come. Here's my Bitcoin address. Feel free to scan it. And if you appreciate what I have to say, send over some Bitcoin. I'll hold on to it for you if you can't handle it. Okay, until next time, until next week, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.